Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Easy Beezy podcast. It's your boy Z. I'm here with B, my boy Brandon. We make it easy and we keep it beezy.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
y'all doing tonight? How you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing good. So you screen sharing the audio, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I didn't hear it.
It it's there when I check the audio. I check the preview.
Hmm. Yeah, but we still. But if
Yeah,
the guys heard the
we're
intro,
good. We're good.
we're good. We're good. All
Yes.
right. So it's kind of.
We
So let
always
me go
always got to
ahead.
check people.
Yeah,
Always got
we'll
to
go
check
to.
people. We're doing this live. I know some of you are going to be listening to this on YouTube. Afterwards, you're going to be listening to this on Spotify and Apple
Anchor,
Music,
Spotify, any whatever it
or
is.
Apple Podcasts, whatever. I always say Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. Um, so yeah, welcome everybody. This is our third episode,
Yes,
technically
and
speaking.
yes, and we
Um,
finally got everything down. We got the
yeah.
name. We got the technical problems down. We got everything.
for
We
for
down, right?
now,
We got it for.
they don't tell you in they don't tell you when you're starting a podcast just how many things could go wrong, especially when you go live. When you do something that's not live, you have an opportunity to edit, you have an opportunity to change things around. If you say something or you have a bad take, you can do it over again. But with us here, it's a little different. So, but I think we're getting the hang of it, and I hope you guys can enjoy the podcast we have for you today, because we have a few fun things to get into. Always good to have people here with us, and especially live. So that's a
Yes,
pleasure.
yes, yes. It's a
Um,
pleasure. So shout out
yeah,
to everyone at the YouTube live stream,
yeah.
everyone
If
here
if if
who's
you're here
calling
live,
in.
please go ahead and share this everywhere to anyone so they can get in on the action. We'll be looking at chat, we'll be interacting, so make sure you get in on the action. Make sure you're here and participating, because we'll talk about some stuff, but we'll also we'll talk to you guys too, and that's kind of what makes this more the conversational kind of thing we have going on. So
Yes,
without further ado, enough talking, let's get into it. Of course, as
yes.
always, I have to ask my boy Brandon, how's your week been?
I've been pretty good. I just been kind of exhausted. Not because of other things. It's just medical related. Some people who know my story. I get fatigued a little here and there, and my doctor won't respond to me for telling me why he won't prescribe my medication.
he,
So
he won't
I need.
respond to you.
Like I've been sending him some messages, but they're not responding as fast as I want.
Bro, excuse me.
I
See,
know.
oh boy. All right, I can look, man. Your doctor is not how do I say this? Responding to your patients, for any doctors out there, right? And I
Especially
shouldn't
during
have to
this
say
time.
this. I shouldn't have to say this. You would think, oh, they're doctors. They already know this. They know. But there's some doctors out here that just be tripping, bro. Like I feel bad for the doctors who actually, shout out to all the healthcare workers
Yes, shout out
and
to all
and
y'all.
and and going through everything they're going through the pandemic, especially when it was really bad, and ICU beds were full capacity and everything like that. All the people, healthcare workers out there who are doing their thing, shout out to you guys. But
Yes,
for all the
yes.
bum doctors out there,
Hold on, this doctor is not bum. Hold on. Look, I'm not sure
okay,
if he's on vacation or since it's COVID, everybody's getting their shots and
okay,
everything. He
yeah.
could be busy, but I
Mm.
just don't know. So
See,
hit him.
that's why they have assistants and they have nurses and all that. I feel like personally, my doctor, like, we should move as a unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to beg and plead for my doctor to listen to like my problems or anything that's going on with me. Like, there's some bums out there. I'm
So,
not saying yours is a bum,
oh no, no,
right?
no, no! I
I'm
should
not.
also mention this. I should also mention this. It's probably not much. It's not first. It didn't have to go to my doctor. It's my insurance. All right.
Oh
Some
boy,
reason they're
here
too
we go.
early to receive the approval from him. Usually, it's about 6 months before they ask for it, right?
Yeah.
But they hit it. They hit me so close. Like, why you asking it for now? It's not. They're here for like another 3, 4 months until I need another approval. So you know. Shout out to my insurance too, you know.
Shout out to my insurance. Yo, oh, I'm sleep. Yo, we're talking about we're talking about this yesterday, and I want to get people's opinions on this. I'm just gonna go straight into it, right?
Well,
He knows what I'm talking about. So actually, you go ahead, Brandon.
all right.
You can tell us about the other group later. But tell us
Yeah.
about this group that you're in and kind of the topic of discussion is in there because I
Okay.
think
All right. I
I
think
want to
it's you and
say
I.
I have some opinions on this.
All right. So shout out to the room. I'm not going to mention the people, the name, because I don't want these people like, hey, is that B from Easy Beasy? Kick his ass.
They're not. They're
But
not. They're not.
all right, so everyone who's here or not here, if you're watching it, so the story goes, you know, I wake up probably at night around 9, 10 possibly. You know, I left a club room. If I don't know this, if you're not on Clubhouse, I'm sorry for you guys, but
Yeah,
I
it's
know it's
invite
coming.
only. It's like only the fanciest of the fanciest can get in. So
Yes,
I'm
only
not
and
in it.
people
So yeah.
only people with invite so far can get into it. So thank you to the person who invited me to Clubhouse. And soon Android should be getting their Clubhouse. So but back to the story. So I joined this room because it was had an interesting title, you know, it said like Milk Gang. So, you know, me and Darcy, we're talking about this, Brendan. What kind of room are you getting into? I told, hold on, bro. It's gonna get funny and kind of disturbing at the same time.
Mostly disturbing. Mostly
So
disturbing.
when I joined, you know, I'm blind. All of a sudden, I hear, you know, a spoon in a bowl of milk. I'm like, okay, there's a spoon in a bowl of milk. Milk Gang, this is it. All of a sudden, the individual says, you know, they started talking about the favorite cereal and stuff. Like, I got my special K, you got your frosted flakes, you know,
Right.
okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, cool. Okay. All of a sudden, people are like, are you willing to join Milk Gang? I'm like, what is this turning into? What the hell is going on? And that guy's like, I'm here to prove myself that I'm worthy of Milk Gang. So he proceeds to put or pour his cereal into that bowl of milk. The bowl is already filled with milk.
So for
So
those of you who like don't really understand the gravity of what he just said, basically there's a room of people of what I call menaces
mm,
to society, right? That decided to make a group that has the theme of it is we are people, right? That put milk in
for a
before
cereal,
the cereal. Now,
you know that
it,
normally it's not right. It's not
okay,
logical.
yeah, even Siri's like, okay, I don't know if y'all heard that. But yeah, so here's my opinion on this, right? First off, it's funny because this is actually an inside joke in the show I'm working on in Capo City. Shout out Capo City. Everybody's working on that show. It's an inside joke with us. Um, because there are some people in the group, I'm not going to name any names, but they like to pour the milk in before the cereal. And really, this is just making me realize, like, or try to, like, I don't know. It's just there's so many people out there that need to be locked up immediately because just to the idea that you could even do something
It's illegal.
so
I don't know.
abhorrent. It's just illegal. It's wrong. You should be arrested. You are a menace to society.
Right?
I'm
You take your
sorry.
license away from the
You take
cereal.
your
You don't need to go.
license away.
Man, you
Like,
don't need to
just
buy anything.
bro, just lock
Don't buy no
yourself
more
up,
cereal.
throw away the key. I'm sorry. Throw it away. Eat
Yeah,
it,
and you
do
could put some
something
milk
with
on
it.
there. Yeah, you know, you could pour your milk in your tears. You know, you're in jail.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, you can use your tears for milk in jail. How about that? I mean, like it's just ridiculous. Like the okay, it's so and here's the thing. If you've ever tried it, I'm sure we've all tried it before, right? At least one time, maybe.
No,
Okay. If you've never tried it, Brandon.
no, never try to pour my milk in before the cereal.
Oh man, you are not missing out, my boy. It is a gross feeling. It's you're just pouring milk into a bowl
No, it seems
and then
disturbing.
pouring like your cereal. It's just so disturbing. Like I did it one time because like I said, one of the people in the crew that I'm a part of, he told me,
It's
bro, just
like,
try it, man. I'm telling you, it's better. So I was like, all right. So I went to the living room, went to the kitchen, got me a bowl. All right, got some milk, got some cereal out.
what's your
I
trusted
said,
cereal?
Honey Nut Cheerios. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, there we go. Here.
The classic. You know what I mean? Like, can't go
Yes,
wrong. Can't go wrong with that. So
honey Cheerios.
I I I proceed to take the cereal box and I was about to pour it. And I was like, wait a minute. You know what? Let me try it. So instead, I got the milk. I grabbed the milk. I poured it slowly into the bowl. When I tell you, I have never felt so gross in my entire life. I filled it up to a certain point, and then I poured the cereal up to where the milk was, and then I proceeded to eat it, but not before I burst into tears because I was just so disturbed. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm just it was
It's
a
just not
traumatic
right, bro.
experience.
It's just not. It's like a
This is a
you
traumatic
just
experience.
you have PTSD for the rest of your life. No
The rest
joke,
of your
just
life.
kidding.
The rest of your life. The rest of your life.
You
Okay, now okay. All right. Now everybody out there, like I'm being coy, right? I'm not actually, serious for the most part. Because but at the
and
same
hold
time,
on before we keep going. Shout out to your team. So the individual who is listening to this possibly
yeah,
or
he knows
will
who he is.
probably
He knows who he is. I don't even need to say that he knows exactly who he is. I know he's going to listen to this. I don't know if he's listening to this now. He'll listen to
or
it
later,
eventually though.
but do
Yeah,
not fire. Do not give Adaze an F on his projects. Don't kick him out of GSU. Let him be.
oh
He
no,
just
no, no, no. This is a show. Like this is a production. Like outside of
GSU.
school.
Oh, okay then.
This is an actual show we're working on outside of school.
Oh,
Yeah, it's you can check out Capo if you look up Capo City on Instagram, on Twitter. It's not out on our streaming or on any platforms yet. We're still in production. But yeah, you definitely check out our social media pages and all that. You'll see the premise
yes.
of it. I don't want to spend too much time talking about the premise of it. But when you'll get the idea once you visit. So but no, this is an actual product. This is an actual, and he's a writer on there, and yeah, he knows who he is. So shout out to him. I'm never doing it again. By the way, if you guys are curious, I'm not doing it again.
No.
Let
And
so
you were not
it's not happening.
you were not pressuring me to try this because and I
Oh,
am not trying that.
bro, don't do it. Don't do. I
Yeah,
mean, unless unless you want your soul to leave your body and just for you to just collapse into nothingness, like into the void. Like I don't know. You're sure you can do it then,
yeah, yeah.
but nah. I mean, outside of that, no, thank you.
So
Yeah.
with that being said, guys, if you're here in the chat anywhere, what are your thoughts? Do you
Yeah,
want to
just let
pour
us
the
know.
milk in?
Let
Yeah,
us
let
know.
us know. And we'll bring you up. If you're in the Zoom meeting here, we'll bring you up. If you're in YouTube, we'll shout you out.
Um. So another thing we were talking about, right? We've talked about this before. Just wanted to touch on it briefly and kind of put a little bow for now on this topic.
Okay.
But we were talking about um so there's this new smartwatch
Yes, there's a new
that's coming out,
smartwatch.
and it's the OnePlus Watch, right? I don't know
Yes,
if you
that's
guys
what
have
it's
heard of
called.
OnePlus.
I definitely know that no one in this field, but people, no one would know what
Yo,
OnePlus. It's always Samsung,
yeah,
Google,
Samsung,
LG.
Google, not even well, LG is actually they're done with
Yeah, they're
smartphones.
done. They're done.
So
But give them props. They got some cool
RIP.
televisions, some refrigerators, some laptops out there.
Yeah,
What else did
shout
they? What else? Yeah,
um
they're doing good in other areas,
yeah,
but
they
I
they
guess
got washer and dryer, if I ever need my clothes washed, shout out LG, you know what I'm saying? But not
yeah,
for a phone.
life's
Absolutely not.
life is always good though.
Yeah. Get out of here. I caught that reference. Anyway, so there's this OnePlus watch that's coming out, right? It's an Android Wear watch, Wear OS, they call it now.
Yes.
and it's really good, has a lot of functionality, blah blah, all that, and it costs $199. Right now, those of you
169.
169. Ooh, wow, that's really good. So those of you already know about the Apple Watch who are listening. I'm
Yeah,
sure we all know about the Apple Watch.
no Apple
Um,
Watch.
and he was asking me yesterday. He was like, "Would you?" Well, Brandon was basically saying like, you can get one of these, and you can get, um, like a Pixel, like one of Google's phones, a Pixel 4a or something like that.
Yeah, so
Um,
like
for the same
what I
price
was
you would
saying,
of just getting like a just an Apple Watch by itself.
so like this
And
is how it went. This is how the conversation went, bro.
yeah,
You can say. So Apple Watches, they're pretty expensive. 399, 499. You know, go to your iPhone now, 999, 129.99, even close to
129.99999
$2,000.
999
Yeah, yeah. And then
999.
you throw an Apple Watch in there, depending on the one you get,
Basically, you
UPS.
need to
Yeah,
have at least 5 kidneys to sell. Um, if you want to live that Apple life for real, for real.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. If you want a MacBook, you can throw your soul.
yeah, I mean, throw everything in there, pretty much all inclusive.
Yes, but the
And
story goes here is, you can just basically buy a 699 Android device and throw in a 169. You still got some money in. You can still buy your children's and stuff,
I
or buy
mean,
yourself.
so basically the point was to like really, I brought this up um because I used to get so mad, so triggered, whatever about people who, just having Apple products and buying Apple and not really considering anything else. I'm like, man, you're getting scammed, you're getting finessed, you're getting finagled, all that. You're a sheep if you don't even want to think about anything else or getting anything
Yes,
else. But now, all right. So he was asking me, would you get an Apple Watch or would you get that watch and then an Android phone? And I'm saying before I would say all that, but now um I have an iPhone, I have a MacBook. I was thinking about getting an Apple Watch.
I
And
was too, sir.
quite honestly, quite wait, what'd you say?
I was too. The Apple Watch, I was thinking
Yeah.
about it, but that's no
So
real reason to get in it.
yeah, I mean, so quite honestly, I've become the very thing I sought to destroy. So,
Me too.
shout out to my 10th grade self. He was
Yes. Shout out
he'd,
to
he'd
us
be
back
ashamed
then.
right now.
Yes.
Because now it's like I really wouldn't even care about the price. Like the price point is the Apple tax to me is just a part of life now. I mean that's most people who buy this stuff feel that way. They don't really think about I mean,
Yo,
obviously
bro,
everyone thinks
before you
about
keep
price.
going, I don't know
Mhm.
what just happened, but you sound like an Autobot just a minute ago.
I did.
Yeah, you were like,
Oh, beep boop. Oh well. Um well, it is what it is. It's Apple hacking into this podcast right now. I'm listening because they hear their name. Um
or it could be
yeah,
Google.
or it could be Google. We are on YouTube. So Google, you guys are the best ever. Please don't take down the stream for any
Yes,
trash
please
talk
don't.
we give to you guys. Um, so yeah, I mean, it's just the Apple tax is just the way of life, and that's why they're billion trillion dollar company, the most valued company in the world. Depending on
Yes,
the
yes.
day of the week or the month of the year. They switch around with Microsoft sometimes. Uh, so it's
Oh, speaking of that, Microsoft. You remember how they used to have Microsoft Surface phones and Microsoft-based Windows phones? Remember those phones?
oh, if you had a Windows phone, shout out to you. Those things are beyond dead. Those things are
Yes, and they were kind of horrible at it back then, even though it was neat to see Windows on a mobile device.
yeah,
But it was pretty interesting.
yeah. My brother had one and it was pretty good, but there's zero apps on it. It's like I'm using my
Yes,
computer,
yes.
but without any of the computer stuff. So it's just really useless. So um yeah, I mean, so now I'm just stuck with Apple forever. So they just gonna take my money for all of eternity.
Yep. Yay.
Yay! So
Being a
that's
yes.
really what I just wanted to put the little bow and tie on that, and it's just to say, guys, I'm stuck forever. So that's
Yes,
that.
we're stuck forever. It's
Um,
it is, iMessage and FaceTime. That's what catches us. Let me know. We discussed this several times, bro. It's just
yeah.
iMessage and FaceTime.
Yeah,
And like
that's it.
how
That's really, yeah, iMessage and FaceTime. That's really all I need. I mean, that's all I want. If you don't have that on your phone, I won't get it. And guess what? The only ones that have that are
our
iPhones.
iPhone.
So boom, bada bam, I'm in trouble. So,
Yes.
ooh, tough.
Yes.
Yeah. So, just want to give a quick shout out to DMX, RIP DMX.
Yes. Our
Rest in
family man.
peace. I'm be honest, I didn't listen to his music like that. I only really heard the popular stuff that everyone else has heard. I know Brandon, you said you listen to his stuff like when you're like working
Like when
out.
I'm working out because of how hard his music is, and it just gets you pumped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's some really good hype music. I mean, like, so um so people really, because when I used to go now, guys, I know this might be hard to believe, but I used to be in the gym a lot, right? And when I used to go, I would notice that everyone would just have their headphones in. They would have their own type of music blasting, whatever, and they would just be listening to it to lift and all that. I found, me personally, when I go to lift, that's like a, I find, I find, listening to like hype music when I work out, I find that's like gives me a temporary like emotional boost. You know what I mean? Like if I'm listening to a really hype song or a song I'm really liking, you know, I can put it on when I'm lifting, but it's like, um, if I'm doing like cardio or anything like that, there's no way. There's no way. I remember I tried. How many miles did I do that one time I went to the gym? Uh, I want to say it was like around like 3 or 4, something like that. Um, just as little to a little warm up before I went and lifted. And usually when I run, I don't play any music, right? I just go into it. And
Yeah.
but one day I went there and I was like, let me play something, get me hyped, get me energized, right? And normally I can do my run like, just fine or whatever, right? I know how to pace myself. Um and I can't remember, right? I can't remember exactly what song it was, but I know it was by Amigos. I know that for a fact. I listened to a
Okay.
song by Amigos, right? Real ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Um which is great. I love ignorance when in the right places, in the right mode or settings, like, like some listen to some real good ignorant music. I like that. So um it could be way more ignorant, right? Migos is not really that ignorant. It could be way more ignorant.
Yes.
Like who's like a really
Hmm.
like who's who
Hmm.
who's got some really ignorant music out there. Let me see. I mean, hmm, I don't really know, like, if people still listen to uh what's like what's his name? Comethazine, whatever his name is. Comethazine, like the dude that just yells like at every 5 seconds, at everything. Like he's like basically Black Air Forces, the human embodiment of Black Air Forces. Like, I don't know if
Hmm.
people still listen to
I
him. But
don't
something
think
like
so.
that
Because
is a
that
little.
proves that you don't listen to him. Because be
He's
careful
a
with
little.
his
He's a
name.
little. He's a little. He's a little. That's like real, bro. That's like real ignorant. I would have got burnt out way quicker, right? But I listened to some Migos. I ran around, and there was this part of the song I really liked, and I got super hype, and I started running real fast. Started running. I'm like, well, I'm Usain Bolt. I'm feeling real good, right? Um. Uh. That's the thing, though. Wasn't really paying attention, because by the time I got through the first mile, like, I was winded. I was completely winded. I was like, bro, what
But
happened?
what
Like,
happened?
what's going on? Like, I can usually do I can usually do 40s, like, like obviously, you go up and down in pace and stuff like that. And I was like, man, I was just so tired. I was like, yo, this
What
song is
happened?
slapping though. This song is hitting though. But I couldn't finish my run. Like I had to go down and sit down, and somebody was there with me running too. So like there was some extra bit of shame because I had to finish my run early. I can be very easily uh emotionally manipulated by music. Like I'm a musical guy. I
Yes.
I mess with I don't listen, um I don't actively listen to a lot of stuff like how I used to, which isn't good. I do need to start getting back into stuff. As a matter of fact, guys, recommend me any if you have any music recommendations. I'm into hip hop. I like R&B too. Because that's R&B is my forte. I'm a vocalist, so I like to listen um to stuff like that. But no, I like rap music. If you send me some rock music, whoo,
Hmm.
uh,
Ah. So
um,
yeah.
I don't know.
So yeah,
I mean,
man.
do you
Same
what do you
here,
listen to,
bro.
Brandon? I mean, what?
So when it comes to hip hop, it has to be hard hitting. So basically,
Yeah,
I need to
yep,
listen to drill or
yep,
trap.
yep.
But then when it comes to like my main music, it's mostly EDM, like uh,
Oh,
house, trance,
mm,
techno, trap remixes, melodic
mm.
stuff like that. So I know you
Okay.
go,
Like, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
bro.
Yo, I used to listen to Dead Mao, Dead
Oh, yeah,
Five, Dead Man Five. His name was, I know it's Dead Mouse, but the way his
yeah,
name is spelled is just so dumb. Oh my goodness.
yeah.
But
It's
I
just a
used to listen to that.
five.
It's
It's
a
a f-
dead Mao and then like a five at the end.
yes.
But for the longest, I used to call him Dead Mao Five. Like, it was pretty bad. I'm glad I
And people
never
go,
said it out
fuck.
loud. No, I never said it out loud, so I never sounded really dumb. Because I just kept it to myself. Like when I read it, I'm like, oh, Dead Mouth Five. Oh yeah. Until I heard someone obviously pronounce it correctly, like in the videos, and said Dead Mouse. I'm like, okay. But I used to listen to him religiously all the time. This album, what is it, like 4 times 4 = 16? I think that's what
Something like that.
one of the,
Something like that.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah. That I used to listen to that album a lot. Um, and yeah, I used to be really into EDM. Not nowadays. Like I said, I'm more hip hop, R&B stuff.
Yes.
Uh, rock music.
So like now it's mostly like marshmallow and
Yeah,
still some old school like see I know David Guetta is still producing
yeah,
some stuff here there,
yeah,
and then it's like some new people on the street and who are producing in the EDM
yeah.
scenario.
Um, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I definitely, like if it comes on, like, or if like I'm in the mood for it. What I'm saying? Like I could listen to it. It's cool. Like I mean, again, I will say this. Rock music. Uh, um, I used to listen to it a lot when it was mainstream, like when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Um,
those that was
like
okay, but
like I'm trying to think of some bands. So I used to listen to Paramore sometimes. I used to listen to Panic at the Disco, like back in the day,
they
before it
still
was
here
just like,
too.
before what's his name, before they split up and became one guy. And I know I'm not even gonna present my opinion on that because I know that's like a
That's gonna take
the
another. That's like another
nah,
episode.
that's no, that's just a controversial. I don't want anyone coming at me. So like I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say anything.
I leave it there.
Maroon 5. I know they some people, again, they're controversial because some people like they're not actual rock music. It's not really just I never really no hardcore stuff, just light mainstream whatever's. But
Hmm. Have you
now
ever
it's,
listened to Linkin Park, ACDC, or
yeah,
anything
Linkin
like that?
Park, um AC/DC. I listened to like one time. Like I sat down and I listened to an album by them, and I was like, oh, this is cool, and I just never listened to it again. So,
Metallica?
um it's so my parents used to have a store And there was this guy across from us, and he would play Metallica every day and night, non-stop, like all day, every day. So I'm sure if you played me one of their songs, like I could recognize it, but I wouldn't be able to give you the name uh because I haven't listened to it. The Beatles, right? So the it's funny because everyone talks about the beat. Like I didn't really know too much, right? Because that's not wasn't really I didn't like grow up listening to the Beatles or anything like that. So it wasn't like uh, backhand knowledge to me. But
Yeah,
um yeah, so I listened to them like recently. They're hot take guys, the Beatles are good. hot
yeah, the
take
Beatles are good. It's no
hot
problem
take.
because yes,
What a flaming scorching hot take. Yeah, the Beatles are good guys. Yeah. Just letting you know. They're pretty good. Um yeah,
old school
so
cats they know Beatles are good, but the new generation they
new
probably like
generation.
the Beatles
These
like the
new
Beatles.
kids, they
They'll be
don't
like
know
the
nothing
they
about
be
what I
like
used to listen to back in the day. Oh, you know what? So that reminds me. We were also talking about something earlier uh about like new school and old school. Um and I'll bring us around into the more general point I'm gonna make. But
oh I
um
remember you now I
yeah,
got it.
so we're talking about the new Space Jam movie that's about to come
Yes,
out. For those of you who
so
don't
it
know, I don't know
you
if
know
you've been, I'm sure
they're
some
probably
people
living
don't
on
know,
someone.
but
Some people
might
probably
live
don't
under a
know
rock. Might
under a
be
rock.
might
You
might
might be
be
living on the planet
might be
on your
yeah.
Space Jam.
Yeah, might be like looking a little like Patrick Star right now.
Yeah.
So if you do have a pinhead and you just don't know anything about what I'm talking about, it's okay. It's fine. You're fine. So yeah, this is
So
a new Space Jam movie, right?
yeah. So
Um
basically, like if I don't remember in Space Jam 1, it was the king at that time, Michael Jordan.
yep.
But now the one in Space Jam 2 is the king of our time, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron, I remember
So
that.
yeah. So it's featuring LeBron James as the guy, the main guy that's in it, basketball
The
player instead of
protagonist
Michael
who
Jordan. Yeah.
goes, yeah,
Basically the premise of it is like, this is not a spoiler, right? This is in the trailer. Basically the premise is like his son, he wants to, well, if you count this as a spoiler, go ahead and skip like 30 seconds. I don't know. His son, he wants, LeBron basically wants his son to play basketball. His son is like, no, dad, I just want to do me. Why can't you let me do me? And he's like, well, I'm LeBron, so you got to play basketball. Otherwise, you're a bum, and you can get out my house. No, he didn't
don't
say all of
represent
that.
me, you know.
Um, no, yeah. So, basically, he ends up in this, getting sent to this Toon World thing or whatever, virtual world, and then Don Cheadle, he sends into the Looney Tunes planet, and they have to assemble a team to beat some, like,
Aliens, whatever
the
they're called.
alien monster. They're not
I don't
called
remember.
monsters. They're not called monsters this time. Apparently, they're called something else. But to be the
Yeah,
aliens or something
I
at a
don't remember
basketball
what they
game.
were named.
No, they were called the monsters in the original. They're not called that this time. I can't remember what the name is. Um, so I was looking online, right,
Go ahead.
and people are, of course, with
Hyping the
anything
movie.
that has to do with nostalgia or anything that has to do with their childhood, people are hyping it up
Yes.
both ways, right? People are hoping this thing fails. A lot of people are wanting to see it, hoping it succeeds. And here's my thing, right? I think people tend to fall into two categories sometimes, right? It's either recency bias or nostalgia. And a lot of the times people lean on the side of nostalgia because nostalgia is great. It's a great feeling. It's what you're familiar with, right? It's cool.
Yes. It brings you
Um,
good memories or
Good
brings you some
memories,
good feelings. Yeah.
and a lot of us have nostalgia over the original Space Jam, and obviously so. I mean, I do. I watched it when I was a kid, and I enjoyed
I
it
did too.
thoroughly, right?
Yes.
But here's the thing, guys. Right? PSA for anyone out there. Okay, you are not a child anymore. So what that means is that stuff that you
Kind of,
enjoyed when you
it's
were a
not
child,
this. Okay, I think
it's
it's you going.
if
Yeah.
you watch something that's of the same quality, the same caliber, but you watch it new without any nostalgia, no nostalgia or anything to judge your, I mean, to cloud your point of view. If you come into watching it as an adult, you're not going to enjoy the same way as a child. For the most likely, this is just my opinion, right? More than
Yeah.
likely, you're not going to enjoy the same way as a child. So I see some of these guys come in here saying, "Oh, I hope this is good. I hope this is really. I hope this is that." And I'm just like, dude, did some of y'all like did some of y'all like actually watch like the first Space Jam? Like it was actually like it wasn't really like that crazy. I mean, like it wasn't
Oh,
it wasn't that crazy of a movie. Like, is this a hot take,
well,
Brandon? Like
it was crazy when we were kids because
when you're
you know
kids, right? Because it's just
when
like
you're a kid, it's just like
it's nuts.
aliens
Like
and cartoon.
Michael Jordan with the Toon Squad, and they're
What?
like, and they're hooping, and this is like, like it's crazy when you see it as a kid.
Yes.
Um,
But
but
as an
I
adult, we should understand the same concept. It's just someone playing basketball with some cartoons, and your kids will enjoy it. But as us, we grown out of it. It's time for us to grow up, or something like that.
it's just like just temper. My point is just temper your expectations, people. Right? It's a kids movie. It's for kids. It's not for you.
Yes.
Right? They might put
But for
some
your
little nostalgic tidbits here or there for you or for people your age. And again, I'm referring to the people who you saw when they were a child. Now they're older and they want to see the new one, right? So just I say all that to say, just temper your expectations. Okay. Don't be coming at WB because this wasn't. Oh boy. People were already coming at WB because of Lola's design. Um. She's not as sexualized as she was in the original, like her design. And people were up in arms about that. So when I saw that, I said, oh yeah, it's about to be a bunch of nonsense on the internet when this movie comes out.
yes.
Because
So
people will just
under
get
yeah,
mad over anything.
that's how
Oh
the culture is now.
boy,
How I feel.
anything.
It's just anything like it's easy to spread lies than the truth.
Yeah,
In the world.
and the internet
It
amplifies that, obviously, right?
yes.
Um,
It's just like fake news everywhere. I know. Y'all heard that phrase a lot. Fake news.
Yeah, of course. And it here's the thing, right? I think people want to say that it's worse because it's worse in this new generation. And I would say this, right? The only reason it seems worse is because of the internet, right? Like people were getting triggered mad over any little thing back in the day. Like cancel culture was a thing back in the day, guys. Newsflash, right? It's been a thing. It just has a new term to it now, right? There's new terminology. It's a flashy new buzzword, right? People got easily outraged. Like you saw somebody would say um like the A word,
Hmm.
in on TV or like on a public setting, and they would just be canceled. They're done. Like
Yes.
you said that. Oh my gosh! Like you're done. You're canceled. Like you have to
Get off the stage.
resign.
Go
You have to
home.
go
Go
home.
everywhere.
You have to like so. Just the people act like it's a brand new concept. It's really not, guys. It's just the internet. Just information is and people's opinions,
yes.
right, are available at your fingertips
Yeah.
instantly.
And
Okay.
all the words that come out, it can be
Yep.
spent. You never know. Like
Yeah.
it's just like that game that we used to play. You whisper in your ear until it keeps going to the next person.
Telephone.
Yeah, telephone.
Telephone. Yes, sir. Yeah. That
If the
was
people would say yes, it was an interesting game. You say, "Hey, I heard you had a dog." Next thing it says, "Hey, I heard you had a hog." What?
right. Yeah. And then what I'm saying, and then it's like I heard about your hog, and then it's like it's like what, and then, and then it's it will turn into something that it's not. Basically, that game was ahead
Yes.
of its time. That game, like the game, some of school, elementary school, like there was a lot of questionable things that went on. I will get into the next podcast that
Yes.
that I have to question now as I'm an adult about our education system. But the one thing I will not question about our education system is teaching us about the game telephone. Right? It wasn't. I don't think it was in the curriculum, but I don't care. I don't care where you were in the United States of America. If you went to a public school, you play
Private
telephone
school.
in class. You play telephone in class at least one time, just to demonstrate how things
can
and
get twisted.
just information can get twisted so easily. And I think it's a really
And
it's something that's really relevant nowadays. I mean, so shout out to all the teachers out there.
yes.
Um,
So remember, even though words may be good, because you seen it when we were at Drew, North Matter in Clayton County. You say one thing right, next thing you hear is World Star.
World Star. Were you one of those people? Okay, be honest. Be honest, right? When there was a fight in school, what did you do? What did you do? How did you react?
I would
I'm
laugh
not gonna
at
judge
it.
you
Like,
either way, bro. Just
yeah,
yeah.
it's okay. I know. So neither I would be a participant. I would say, really, this foolishness is no way to fight. Like, why are you guys fighting? If y'all want to fight, you go fight somewhere else, not in school.
Okay.
It's just like not the right place.
So basically,
and,
you was like, take it outside. Take it outside.
Like,
You know what I mean?
There's no need here. Like,
be man about it. Don't fight in no school where you got your uniform
and,
on and your book bag and your little backpack and you're looking like you're ready to go and your mama gonna pick you up at 3:00. Just take it outside like a man. No, I got
yes.
you.
Yes, that's how it was in middle school. Sometimes, so there was like a spot that people would go to handle their business.
Yeah.
But
Handle your
now,
business.
yeah, just handle your business in the private. Don't do it in school. Like, what are you trying to prove?
Yeah. So right. Whenever a fight broke out in school, everyone used to go crazy. Everyone used to get so hyped and so excited. And you know what? I felt like such a weirdo because whenever I would see that, my reaction would be, I would be like, this is annoying. I'm going to class. You want to know why?
Yes.
Because it was less so about the fighting, right? Obviously, fighting is bad, kids. Don't fight, right?
Yeah,
Peace,
don't do
love,
it.
and all that. Wink, wink. Not. Just take it outside. But it was less so about that and more so after that. And then, the teachers would have to get everybody inside. Then, they would hold they would hold a not a pep rally. You know what I'm talking about? They would bring us all to the gym and sit us down and talk about like the importance of being good students and all that. And I'm just like,
Oh
oh
yeah,
my, like if you guys
it
just
happened. It happened a lot. I think at Drew it was.
a
I remember.
lot, and I'm just like, listen, guys, stop fighting, because I don't want to have to sit in the like just sit through one of these meetings that have nothing to do with me, that I do not care about. Like, I just want to go home. Like, I just want to
go home,
you know what I mean?
especially
Or eat one of the two.
like us,
Either go to lunch or go home. Like,
yes, remember it would be annoying because we were in TSA, right? I remember this too. This is like the time I was going blind. Shout out to my friend who was about to get into a fight that day. I remember I came up the stairs. I still couldn't see, right? I was heading to the class.
yeah.
I was like, I can see shadows moving into a particular area, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him come out, and like they were pushing him back, right? Like I guess they were holding him back. I'm like, oh shit, I can't see. Where am I gonna go? So I remember, like how we had the library, they had those like separate walls you can hide behind.
Yeah. Facts.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna go here until it clears out because I can't see. I was like, I can't see nothing. What's gonna happen? I fall. I can't get. Like, oh, help! I'm leaving.
I've fallen. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Help! Yeah. Was that accurate? Was that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So everything cleared up. I remember I went to class. Like, think about people with disabilities. If y'all are gonna really fight with people in the school with people who have disabilities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do this? That they can't do anything to hurt you. We just.
So wait,
people.
So someone was fighting with some guy who
He,
what was he had a disability, like he
no. So basically, what I'm trying to say is, if you could be fighting in a school full of students, even students with disability, right? The children with disability, they can't do nothing. We're disabled. We don't want to get hurt. It would be wrong to be fighting near someone or a group of people with disabilities. You know what I'm trying to say?
mm, bro, I mean, huh, I just take it outside, away from people, or just away from just like,
Yeah, that's why
come
if
on,
you got
man.
something, if you have something to handle, take it outside.
You know what
Just like
though?
that.
Back in my day, bro, honestly, we would just settle it with a nice game of Yu-Gi-Oh. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yes, Yugi.
a nice shadow duel. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever loses, they lose their soul. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just, like real men. Like just whip out your
Yes.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like I don't understand
Yeah,
why we
right.
throwing fists. Like be a man. Like
The only
you know what I'm
reason you
saying?
get mad at
Summon
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Exodia. Like come on, bro.
the only reason you get mad at a Yu-Gi-Oh game is all of a sudden you hear this. I summon the blue eyes red dragon in attack position. It's not fair, bro. You cheated.
Blue. He said blue eyes red dragon. It's blue eyes white dragon,
Man,
bro.
listen,
Come
it's
on,
been a
get
while,
get
right?
with the program. Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
it's been a while.
He's not he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Listen, it's been a while.
I have
I
all the
can't, I can't,
collectibles.
I can't even watch Yu-Gi-Oh anymore because it's hard for me to understand the concept a little here. But when they start saying like, "I summon Dark Magician" or some other characters, I remember that one Yu-Gi-Oh show when they started having like elemental heroes.
Bro. Hey, look, we can get into that for sure, my guy.
Yes,
Cause what I mean, just yeah. But yeah, I remember that. Bro, 5Ds was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? If y'all know about that, shout out to y'all, man. You're real, and we can chat about it on the side, But
yes.
yeah,
But let's keep going with the
just just
scene.
just just to summarize, guys. All right. Stay in school, stay out of trouble. Don't
Don't
fight
do
in
drugs.
school.
Don't
Don't
do
do
drugs.
drugs. If you have a fight, if you want to fight with somebody, just do them, man. Just whip out your Yu-Gi-Oh cards and take a puff of your inhaler and then you're good to go. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Um so yeah, I think what time? Okay. Yep. Um you got anything else, my boy? I think we're running out of time over here.
Everything else to talk about. We talk some cool things and weird things and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
But
guys, like I said, well, I didn't say this the last time, but guys, if you have anything you want us to talk about, just hit me up on Instagram, uh, at official Zayo, believe, yeah, at official Zayo. Zayo is my stage name. So
stage
hit up my
name, the grass.
Instagram. Yeah, he knows. He's laughing, but he knows I do this for
No,
real.
no,
It's
no,
okay.
no, no.
It's
I
okay.
know it's no. Listen, you say stage name. What kind of stage?
Um, the biggest stage. Ooh, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can hear him rolling his eyes at me. Right? I can hear the silence. I can hear it. It's deafening. Uh, but yeah, bro. I mean, so yeah, just add me on Instagram. If you got anything you guys want to talk about, I'll relate it to Brandon. We can come talk about it. We stream every Sunday at 3:30. Episode 1 should be up in like a day or two. It's still processing. Went through the whole upload process.
Yes.
So
We gotta make
yeah, I
sure
mean,
that So thanks to everyone. So as a joke, me and Daisy were thinking about this here and there, but I'm going to say anyway, and you can think it's cringy as hell as you want. Hey guys, thank you for watching the Easy Beasy podcast. That's right, our name, the Easy Beasy podcast. It's simple, it's easy, it's catchy. The Easy Beasy podcast.
it's just like a mini mall. I mean, yo, yo, man, that's we can
bedrooms, dinettes. Oh yeah, you can find them at the market. We talking about flea market, Montgomery. It's just like It's just like a mini.
I honestly think we can just end it here.